Hey guys, it's Samuel Larsen here, and I want to show you a concrete example of why ROI, return on investment improvements, can matter a lot in e-commerce, but also why it's very difficult to improve on this because the data is very skewed and requires a big sample size, especially for e-commerce sites, because in general the conversion rates are quite low. So I have loaded a typical e-commerce store here. It's one of my clients who is struggling with their current conversion rate. So here's a calculation on what kind of improvements you could expect with improving your conversion rates and how it directly affects your bottom line. So, for example, here we are basically calculating our improvements on a day-to-day basis. So their current conversion rate is just 0.88, and this is pretty typical. So these items that they're selling, they're rather sizable. So that's still not terrible, but obviously far, far from ideal. And currently, they're getting around 70 daily visitors. These numbers are important because we want to be able to calculate the end numbers in terms of actual dollar improvements. All right. So this number of daily visitors on average by when they buy, their average purchase is $495, and profit margin on this sale is around 20%. Now, with this current conversion rate, a very conservative estimate would be to improve the conversion rate by just 20%. But we feel confident we can do a little bit better. So I'm going to pump it to 30 just because the current conversion rate is pretty low. So this is more of a realistic number. Then there's always a cost of service, whether it's your time or whether you are paying somebody to improve your site. So you want to put that there. And this is because you want to have the actual return on investment for this investment. All right, so we can calculate our new conversion rate. This is the old conversion rate times the improvement. So 30% improvement on 0.88 is 1.14. And yes, it's an estimate, but it's an estimate that is based on experience and something you can expect. So with this calculation, we can expect the profit to increase $525. And the way we get it is with this mathematical formula. So new conversion rate minus the old conversion rate, that will give you the difference. And you basically multiply the difference with average daily visitors. And that will get you the increase per day. And then you multiply it with the days of the month to get the monthly one. And then average purchase to get that dollar amount there. And there you get the number. So if this store were to able to increase their conversion rate by 30%, so that's from 0.88 to 1.14, they would make $525 more money. All right. And since this service has a cost, whether it's you paying somebody or your own time, always put a dollar amount to your own time as well, so you know whether fiddling with your store would be valuable. Now, with this valuation, the break-even point is in 2 months. And after that, you are basically just going to make money. So The return on investment for this investment in 12 months would be $5,300 with these numbers. And yeah, that is a return on investment of 530%. Now, once we have this, we can play around the numbers. So let's say we're only able to increase the conversion rate by 15%, then our new conversion rate will be just over $1. Our monthly profit increase will go down. We will have a lot longer break-even point time, so double, and we will only make $2,000 in 12 months. So that's how you can calculate the return on investment for your conversion rate optimization. However, the problem with this is that it's mostly an estimate because measuring this takes a lot of traffic, and I'm going to explain why in the next part. So this is a great tool for measuring how long you should run your split tests or A/B tests. So you can just Google A/B split test duration, and you will get this visual website optimizer site. So just click on that, and I've already downloaded the numbers here. So you can see the A/B split and multivariate test duration calculator here. So this will basically tell you how long you should run your A/B test in order for you to get data that you can trust. So it's to get a confidence rate of around 99%, I believe. And that way you can be almost 100% certain that you are actually getting a return on your investment. So here we have our estimated conversion rate, which is 1%. We are estimating that our conversion rate went up a little bit. Then the minimum improvement we wanted to detect is 15%. So this is the new improvement. So in all actuality, this should be 0.88 actually, if we are using the numbers from the last text. Then we're just testing two variations. We don't need that much of a sample. So let's say like some test would be fairly obvious that it will bring better results. Then we can test two and find out which one is better. You can increase variations as well, but that will radically increase the time it takes for you to find statistically significant results. Then there is the average number of daily visitors, which for this site was 67. And we are including every visitor into the test. So for us to get truly significant scientific data, we would need to run this test for 2,391 days. And yeah, that's not a mistaken calculation. It's just the fact that this split test can take a really long time to run. So that would be 6.5 years. Now, there is a better part of this though. So if you are just viewing like a micro action on a certain page, so let's say you have your cart page and you just want to measure how often people are adding things to the cart. So our micro conversion rate could be, let's say people are adding this product to the cart 30% of the time. And we want to have an increase of 30% on that. So that would be around 40%. And we are taking a shortcut here since we are just testing one variation here. So previously we had two, but let's say we've run the previous one for a long time and it's been the same for a year. And we have statistically significant data on the previous one as well. So unless we change something radically on our traffic, we could take a little bit of a shortcut here and do this. And let's say not everybody gets to the product page. So let's say 40 visitors get to the product page daily, and everybody is included. So now our testing time will be radically shorter, and we are just looking at 10 days, which is very positive news, because now we can actually get results and draw conclusions really fast. So this is why we want to measure these kind of like individual micro actions rather than the holistic things on the page. Now, of course, there's no guarantees that if we get 30% more add to carts, that will actually lead to more sales. But in general, the more we can get people to add to cart, the more likely it is that they will check out as well. So that's a fair enough assumption that we can confidently make that and run this test this way. All right, so that's a little bit of split testing for you. Hopefully you found it helpful, and hopefully you understand the data behind it a little bit better now. And thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video.